I'll make a motion to approve the consent items as listed with the addition of Kelly's request for the girls' second, third grade basketball.
Second. We have a motion made by Mrs. Will and seconded by Mr. Oakley. We have any discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0, or 4-0, sorry. Okay, next we got the patrons' concern. None are listed. And we'll turn it over to Dr. Camp for new business.
Amy, if you would, I want to play that video first and let them, we were awarded a $30,000 grant.
Well, hold on. It's fast.
Well, go ahead and play it and then I'll explain what it is.
In addition, we are a five-star technology school district, and we implement online assessments to help inform our instruction through Pivot Inspect, Master 60, ALEX, Accelerated Math, and Star Reading. Teachers are using online math textbooks as well. We have developed a K-6 digital literacy course where students learn about digital citizenship, software programs, keyboarding skills, and expand their technological vocabulary. Over the last 2 years, we have partnered with MSD of Mount Vernon to host the Summer e-Learning Conference, a technology conference that provides a unique professional development experience customized to address our staff's needs. We are excited about the opportunity to develop a viable, comprehensive plan to implement a one-to-one initiative that includes educators participating in ongoing, sustained, high-quality professional development activities focused on infusing 21st century skills into curricula and instructional practices. As the curriculum leader of our district, I can assure you, we're ready.
Hi, I'm Shannon McMahon, principal at North Elementary School. We're excited about taking student-centered learning to the next level by teachers and students curating original curricular content through project-based learning and discovery-based learning. We're pumped about shifting the focus of activities from our teachers to learners. We are eager to create more digital materials and use innovative apps to support dynamic learning opportunities. The thoughtful development of digital content that is aligned to college and career readiness standards is and will continue to be an essential component to our daily instruction. Here at North Rosie School District, we have strong and robust response to intervention programs. Through the increase in devices and technology resources, we will continue to strive and provide everyone with access to personalized learning opportunities. Through this process, we will support teachers with the professional development that they need when they need it. We are equally enthusiastic about acquiring more tools to help our teachers effectively disaggregate student data to better inform their instructions. Trust me, we're ready.
Hi, I'm Todd Camp, Superintendent of North Rosie School District. over the past several years, we've made great strides in improving our infrastructure to help us get ready for the one-to-one initiative. We are a rural school district, and as such, we have a lot more problems with infrastructure than urban school districts, as such as with our fiber optics. We had to install our own fiber optics as compared to an urban school district who the city would provide their fiber optics for them. As we have gone down the road, we have spent over $1 million the last several years with our infrastructure updates. Some of those being improving our fiber optics to all of our school buildings. And number two, that improved our bandwidth to allow us to prepare for the one-to-one initiative. As we have moved down the road with other improvements, we have improved our APs to improve our wireless connectivity. With that being said, North Posey is poised and ready to move forward with the one-to-one initiative. Our school board, myself, and all the stakeholders understand the importance of technology embedded in curriculum. And as we move forward, we are ready and poised for the one-to-one initiative. We are ready.
We've been moving down the road and we're poised and ready, aren't we?
I love that.
But that was just one piece of that, and they spent a lot of hours putting the grant application together, and we were awarded the $30,000 planning e-learning grant, and there were $450,000 given out this past year, and we're glad that we got our portion, and then hopefully over the next year we will put together what we need to see what we need to do and what direction we want to go. We can go one-to-one, we can go with mobile labs, mobile carts, we can do all kind of different things with this, and it also gives us a lot of professional development to make sure that when we get any new type of equipment, that our people know how to use it in the classroom. So. The next thing on the list is I'm asking the board to enter into a 3-year agreement with Tri-State Community Clinics for our medical services to all of our employees. As you know, we allow all employees to go to the clinic, and if they have a family plan, we allow them and their families to go. When we signed up, originally, the original contract, we were paying $28 per person per month as the administrative fee, and then we were paying $58 an hour and for our nurse practitioner, and $27 an hour for our nurse's fee. And as we've done all of these different things with consolidating with the county and consolidating with, actually before the county, consolidating with the Expressway and consolidating with sharing agreements with Mount Vernon and then the county, North Posey had been getting a great deal there. And the original contract, it said that the going rate for nurse practitioner at that time was $70 an hour and $30 an hour for nurses' fees. And that's a fully loaded plan. That includes their insurance and their benefits and all of that. We signed up before they had full-time employees, and all of that, bundled into that rate. So our rates have been traditionally low. With the sharing agreements with all of the other people, we've negotiated a 3-year contract to where our per month per fee per person will drop to $25 a person per month. And so you can look at the 2017 rates and the 2018 rates and the 2019 rates. And in 2019, we will be at the going rate, although we did decrease our monthly fee. And if you look at the spreadsheet up on the top, we're currently paying, now this is a model. This isn't, you can't make something just 100% exact. This is a model that says that there's no short weeks, there's no extra hours for, if we want to have them come in and do our HRAs, there's nothing extra. And also there's no shortened weeks, or they close down for the holidays. So it's just assuming that it's every week, 52 weeks out of the year. This model doesn't include meds, because meds are, they're bought every month at the going rate. But currently, on that type of model, we're paying $122,000 for the clinic, for all of our employees to be able to attend. With that discount, from $28 to $25 a share, we'll save $2,989, which shows the overall yearly expenses dropping to $119,000. And then with the rate increase for 17, 18 and 19, that's what it will do. We'll be at $122,928, so we're $131,000 increase, $131, increase, and then the next year there'll be a $2,000 increase for a net savings. Over the 3-year contract, if we sign it, will be $855. So over the 3 years, basically, if we sign this contract, it'll be net zero increase for the medical clinic for the 3-year period on fixed costs. So I think that's a pretty good deal. When we went into this negotiation, us in Mount Vernon, with the clinic, we were looking, the original contract's a 2-year deal, and for 2 years they were going to give us $26, and then we negotiated a 3rd-year agreement to drop it to $25. Myself, Dr. Kapatich, and Lauren worked on this for quite a while, and then the county, as we leased them our facility. So with this, what's going to happen to our clinic, it'll solidify that for 3 years. And when the county gets up and operational, we'll have 4 4-hour days that the clinic will be open at North Posey. We'll have 5 4-hour days at Mount Vernon, and then we will be able to use Expressway, and they're open for 3 4-hour days. So pretty much every day of the week, at some point in time, the clinic will be open for people to be able to get their medical needs. So I think this is a pretty good deal, and in 3 years, we're just going to be at the going rate when in 2013. So I think that's a good thing for us to do, and to solidify the clinic for the next 3 years. So I'm recommending to the board that we approve this contract and this addendum to our contract.
We're looking for a motion to approve the contract with Tri-State Community Clinics.
I'll make a motion we approve the contract with Tri-State Community Clinics.
A second.
We have a motion made by Mr. Stock and seconded by Mrs. Will. Any questions or comments?
Seems like there's so much in healthcare that's up in the air. Is there any concern that locking into 3 years could be to our detriment at this point?
Lauren and I talked about that at length. The 3-year contract, by the time if something did or would happen, we would be a year and a half into it. By the time they got it implemented, by the time we could do anything, it would be time to, renegotiate anyway. And there is an out, but it has to be for cause. And, I don't think that Tri-State, if something would drastically change in the medical world, would, do anything other than try to get ahead of the game themselves. And with the way our insurance is structured now, anything that the federal government would do other than giving us free insurance, it's not going to change what we have. We have high deductible plans that first dollar cost is for the employee, excuse me, I'll get it right. And so this is an option for our people to hold down their costs. So I really don't see that having any effect on us at this level, unless they say, all right, we're going to give HMO plans to everybody free of charge with no deductibles, And I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we're fairly safe. But if anything did happen, we're a large enough group now with us, the county, and Mount Vernon, that if we sat down at the table and wanted to make some changes, they would have to listen to us.
Any other? Alright, so all those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Asking the board to approve going into a new lease agreement with Konica Minolta. We've been working with Lang Company for several years for our copiers. We're involved in a 4-year lease at this point, but they're willing to buy us out at the end of the 3rd year, provide us with 5 new copiers. Those copiers will go into the teachers' workrooms. The old copiers will then go to the offices, and then the office machines will be distributed out. And I have a plan in there that shows how everything is distributed. The only one that's a little bit tricky is the high school machine gets so worn out, it's just usually destroyed. So they take the central office, and it's the one that moves into their office. So we do have some copiers that are obsolete and no longer working, so we're jumping a couple of machines around. The high school office machine is going to go down to the junior high. Go down to the library. We have another machine that is going to the junior high, and one of the junior highs is going to North Elementary. So, we had to do some juggling to make sure that no building has less copiers than they have now. So, and then they're going to haul off the ones that are obsolete and at no charge. So, during all this move, if you approve this, they said it would, when they get the okay to order, it would probably take 10 days to get the copiers in, and then they would start installing immediately. Another thing I can tell you about the lease is $1,224.03. It's not the exact same penny, but it's pretty close to the exact same amount we're paying now. And then the cost per page is the exact same that we've been paying for a couple of years. So there's no increase there.
Alright, looking for a motion to approve the lease with Konica.
Lang Company for
Lang
the
Company.
Minoltas.
I'll make a motion to approve the copier lease contract with Lane.
I'll second that.
We got a motion by Mr. Oakley, seconded by Mr. Stuck. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Next on the list is a request to approve the contract with School Messenger for $3,341.25. Our rate is the same per pupil. Our per pupil cost is higher. Our rate of students is higher than when we signed the last contract. So, the total figure's up a couple of $100 from the last contract, but the rate per pupil is still the same. So, and this is what we use to communicate during the inclement weather days and any emergency. So this is a vital part of our safety. So I recommend that we approve the School Messenger contract.
And for a motion to approve the 1-year contract with School Messenger.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract with School Messenger.
Second.
A second.
We have a motion by Mr. Oakley, seconded by Ms. Will, to approve the 1-year contract with School Messenger. Any discussion on the item? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
We approved this last year for the school improvement, the Indiana School Improvement Institute, for Steve Kavanaugh to be able to be involved with this. He puts a committee together, and it teaches the committee how to identify the weaknesses of their school and to create goals. They did this last year, and he's asking to continue that another year. He would like to follow through and do the exact same process. He said he had a lot of buy-in with the teachers when they were able to go to those meetings and learn how to write those goals and look at their weaknesses and put it in a constructive form. And so that is $1,100. That's the exact same amount that we paid last year for them to be able to have that opportunity. So recommended we allow Steve Kavanaugh, junior high principal, to have that.
Looking for a motion to approve the training request for the PL 221 committee training.
I'll make a motion to approve Steve's request to continue to use the Indiana School Improvement Plan, the PL 221 plan.
Second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Mrs. Will, seconded by Mr. Oakley. I do have a question. Is this for each of the committees? Or is this just junior high?
Steve.
It's just
Just junior high.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
junior high.
I do want to say too, I said, oh, did you have more questions?
Well, no, I was gonna say, I said on the South Terrace one,
Okay.
and I was going to look to see if I could participate in this training, but
Well, it's not actually training.
it's an online thing,
Oh,
right?
it is,
what-
yeah. I'll say, so I sit on the junior high one and the high school one, and so we went through junior high with this one all last year, and the PL 221 plan was so easy to create using this.
Mhm.
I mean, in the junior high, well, and I think North Elementary did it too last year, but they were so far ahead, so, you know, a lot of schools are still rushing to get stuff done. And junior high, I mean, you had these things you had to do all year, and we were doing them, and it's done. And now, I went to the high schools meeting here just a few weeks ago, and we're thinking, oh my God, what are we gonna do? We gotta get all this done still, and junior high's is done, and I think they extended the deadline. It's not due for a little while, but junior high's still like, oh, we're done, you know? So I would recommend it for all the schools, just because it makes things so much easier, and the way you pinpoint your goals,
Mhm.
it just makes it, I mean, you can actually dive down into, okay, here is what we really need to be working on, when everywhere else, I think you're just kind of throwing it out there a little bit. I mean, you can kind of tell what your goal, or what your goal should be, but there's no pinpointing anything where you actually have something that breaks it down and gets you to an actual goal. So I would recommend it for all the schools.
That might be something that we can get Mr. Kavanaugh to,
Yeah, I'll get him to share it at the next administrative meeting, and then he can let them know how that goes, and then you might be getting some more requests. The 221 plans, this year, the dates keep getting backed up. We will be bringing those to you in the next board meeting. And, because Dave Kaler's got the professional development part right now, and he's gonna sign off on that, so those plans will be coming to you. There used to be professional
You can talk
development
to us
money,
about there, too.
and that's why the association president still has to sign off on it, but the state quit providing the money for the professional development, so it's kind of a moot point now, but that practice is still in place. Okay,
so, any other discussion?
Sorry.
So, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Asking the board to approve the 2017-18 calendar. 3 options were given to the teachers and the administrators. The administrators talked about it 2 different times. We talked about it with Dave Kaler 2 or 3 different times. We talked about it in superintendent's advisory. Then I had Dave send out an email to the teachers if they wanted any more input, that they need any requests, they needed to send them to him, then forward them to the central office. Did the same thing with the administrators. We got those requests, we sat down and looked at all of that again, made some minor adjustments in there, and the calendar that everybody is feels very good about is
Was it our middle choice?
The two.
is option 2 with some minor revisions. And so if you just kind of just look down at the calendar, well, the teachers come back on the 9th, the students on the 10th. There's a day off in September, the 4th, Labor Day, and then the fall break. One of the major requests was we usually only took the Monday. Now we're going to take the Friday and Monday. That's the fall break, and it's
Is that the Friday Fall Festival?
and then we still have the
People
3
like
days
that.
for still have the 3 days for November, and then the 2 weeks for Christmas, and then the snow days are built in, and spring break is in the corresponding week that it was.
Sorry.
That's okay, I was starting to get nauseous there.
And then in May, the last day of school is the 23rd, and graduation will be on the 25th, and then we have those makeup days if necessary.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay as far away from Franklin Street as I can on October 13th.
So I'm asking the board to approve the 2017-18 calendar. The only thing that, I mean, I don't think it's in there now, we do not have the early release days in here because we don't know if we'll qualify yet or not. But if we do qualify again, we'll add those in, and they'll probably be very similar to the dates that they were this year as well.
Okay.
But we'll be bringing that to you and showing it.
Okay, looking for a motion to approve the 2017-18 calendar.
We'll make a motion to approve the 2017-18 calendar.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Oakley, seconded by Mr. Stock to approve the calendars. Any other questions, discussions? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Asking the board to approve the loan single professional leave request.
I'll make a motion to approve the professional leave request.
Second.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Mrs. Will, seconded by Mr. Oakley to approve the professional leave request. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Under reports, we did, like I said earlier, when we talked about it and we showed the video, it was a grueling process for those people involved. They did a nice job. We got the $30,000 grant, which we'll be getting and using for planning and professional development. Also, there's a group committee together that is working on another grant that will, it's based on the population of your school, and right now we get about $140,000, and it is for it's a 4-year grant, and it's for social workers in the school building. So we're applying for that. We're going to try to get that one. Hopefully we get that one. We have the fuel report for you, and the next regular board meeting is December the 12th. Executive session will be at 5:30, and the December meeting I have invited Performance Services to come down and bring their experts on solar panels. So they'll be coming down to do a presentation, question answer presentation there. I don't know that they're going to have a ton of information. We'll have to tell them what we're thinking about, what we're looking at, give them a little bit of history. They have some, and they'll be prepared to do a presentation, and then obviously there'll be 2 people here to be able to ask a lot of questions. So that's next month, and that's all I have.
I had one other thing I forgot about earlier. Do we have a retirement card or a card that we can send out?
Is it in there?
Is it in there? Okay. I would just wanted to say thank you to Kenda for her 20 years of service on her recent retirement. So
missed that because it's under the agenda, item, consent agenda.
Just a point of discussion, do we want to look at rotating meetings again? It's about the time of year, I think we started doing it last year.
Yeah, I was trying to wait till the art room was finished, and so we could start and we could go around to North, have one at North Elementary, one there, and then, you know, one, I was gonna go around, but I was trying to wait till the projects were finished.
Maybe January, possibly.
Anything else?
If you do go by the high school, the art room, they did get the storefront up today, and it's complete. I mean, it's completed. What they have to do is around the fascia around the roof, and then you know, some minor touches there. There's some electrical work that still needs to be done and stuff like that. But it's pretty much it's about 98% finished. So we're getting there.
How's the North Elementary?
I think North Elementary, except maybe when we sit down and do the punch list item, it's pretty much done.
Okay. All right, looking for a motion to adjourn then.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
7:10.
I'll second it.
All right, we are adjourned, 7:10.